unexplained places you won't believe actually exist. Drop a like and let's check it out.
Usually, when we talk about ancient times, the first thing that comes to one's mind is it's mysterious. And every day that passes, we discover more and more thanks to archaeologists and enthusiasts.
Petrol in there?
The thing is, what kind of mysteries lie between our time and ancient times?
The fact that this image is real, it's kind of mind-boggling because it's so old, but there's like a chopper. Yeah, this is a chopper right here. Chopper. And we have like a alien UFO ship.
There was always these stories of this Chincana, this underground world, these tunnels.
Looks like a giant footprint. Put my foot right there, and 2 more toes and a big toe.
Today we're going to be analyzing unsolved archaeological mysteries that are for sure to leave you as baffled as I am.
Bro, if the camels are running like that, you know it is over. You know it is over.
When it comes to ancient times, there is a theory that maybe the ancient world
Tony, I know.
was more connected than we first thought.
Big fan.
What if ancient civilizations were somehow connected by underground tunnels and cities? That would maybe help explain why we have ancient, similar structures found all over the world. Archaeologists and researchers to this day believe that the pyramids that can be found both in the Americas and in Egypt and many other places are just a coincidence. But what if they weren't?
Holy.
For instance, in Egypt, the Giza Plateau has an enormous underground system that is a combination of man-made caverns and tunnels as well as subterranean rivers and passages. And to this day, no one knows the exact length of some of these tunnels in Egypt. For example,
Real quick, okay? One, if you believe that the pyramids were made or dropped by aliens. 2, if you think it's just man-made.
after draining insane amounts of water from a shaft in Egypt, Kathleen Martinez and her team found something quite astonishing.
At the end of the tunnel, there is a door.
There's a door? Okay, let me pull my...
The tunnel went on, and the truth is they were unable to explore further because there was still a lot of water in it, even after removing water for 3 consecutive days. In Guatemala, 800 kilometers worth of tunnels have been mapped underneath the Mayan pyramid complex
What?
at Tikal. And Derinkuyu in Cappadocia in Turkey is probably the largest underground city that has been discovered to date. Not to mention ancient legends.
We are looking to travel in the universe outside of in space, but our own planet is an alien planet. We're trying to look for aliens on the other planets, but our own planet is kind of alien planet, right? I'm not saying like alien in terms of ET. I'm just saying like in terms of, hey, we don't even know what's in our ocean fully. We do not even know what's fully out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure the government knows what's out there in these pyramids, but they will, obviously there are restrictions. They will not let you go everywhere. And also, like, we will never know what's truly in there. They will, but not us.
And myths of creatures that used to roam these places that came from inside these tunnels.
And Cusco.
What's that, bro?
And at the Coricancha, the gold temple, there was always these stories of this Chincana, this underground world, these tunnels. Mainly they've been sealed up, but it's very, well-known legends here in Cusco of these secret underground tunnel system. So people would go into the tunnel system and sometimes they would completely vanish.
Now, if we take a
Damn.
look into missing people and caves, it's baffling. The thing is, if we take a map that shows us where people went missing in the United States of America, and then a map...
I heard about missing 411. A lot of people go missing in national parks all over United States. I believe even in Canada. There's a really good author. I forgot his name. Obviously, while we're recording and live streaming, it's not gonna come up. But he wrote a book, 411, and he provided all the evidence he collected, and it's very baffling. So this map that we're seeing right now reminds me of that, because a lot of people goes missing in national parks, and it's not like somebody gets lost and there are probably scenarios like that, but you hear cases where, you know, there were a bunch of people, bunch of friends, bunch of family members went to a national park, and they had their significant other or kids or family members just right across from them. All of a sudden, they look the other way and they look back and they're gone. They're not there. Sometimes they would go take a piss, never come back. And if you want to go take a piss, you would surely not go that far. You would just go a couple of feet, right? Couple of yards maybe. So he has wrote those books and provided a lot of evidence. Some he linked with the aliens and UFOs. It's very fascinating, very fascinating stuff. If you
where
look into
caves are located in the United States of America, well, both maps are correlated. How the heck is this possible? So the number of people who went missing near or in caves is just astonishing.
Even caves.
There is
now,
one
holy.
story of a YouTuber by the name of Kenny Veach who found what appeared to be an artificial cave in the middle of the desert. A solo hiking enthusiast that went missing on November 10th, 2014 while trying to go back to what he coined an M-shaped cave that he previously stumbled upon. Now the thing is, Kenny left a comment on a YouTube video discussing the
This ain't nothing. I'm a long distance hiker. One time during one of my hikes out by Nellis Air Force Base, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. I always enter every cave I find, but as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate. The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly, I became very scared and hightailed it out of there. That was one of the strangest things that ever happened to me.
M-shaped cave that he found, and he said that when he entered the cave, his whole body began to vibrate, in other words, to act weird. He said that he discovered this cave near Sheep Mountains, north of Las Vegas. He then went back.
He looks like Chris from Mr. Beast. I know one of the bra moment, but kind of looks like him.
To locate this cave.
Before he
Prepared and
transitioned.
armed, he posted a video of his second attempt.
Well, here I am, here in the mountains north of Las Vegas, and I'm looking for a cave, and something about that cave just spooked me out of all the caves I've ever gone in. Hopefully I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M, and it's about as tall as I am, and kind of narrow.
In this second attempt to find the M cave, Kenny goes around the canyon, and for some mysterious reason, Kenny can't seem to find the cave anywhere.
So weird. I mean, I thought for sure I was just gonna be able to find it. I remember it being fairly easy.
And on November 10th, 2014, 6 a.m. in the morning, Kenny Veach went for his third try to find the cave. However, this time, Kenny never made it back. He vanished. His wife even made a post on YouTube, and the search party for Kenny Veach began. The thing is, Kenny Veach was supposedly an experienced hiker. He wasn't somebody who would just simply vanish in the middle of the desert. Now, it's not just Kenny. In 1925, Percy Fawcett, along with his son and a friend, ventured into the Amazon forest in search of a lost city. In 1921, Perry wrote about this mysterious city that was supposedly located in the southern parts of the Amazon forest, the lost city of Z. And after 5 long months searching,
The sad part here is that the Amazon forest is shrinking. So, I mean, plant trees, guys, plant trees.
for
man.
this city, Perry and his crew simply vanished. There were at least 13 search parties for Perry and his crew, but none of them came back with any results. What's most intriguing about this all is that on March 2018, archaeologists discovered that parts of the Amazon rainforest that were long believed to be almost uninhabited were actually home to a thriving ancient civilization buried for centuries.
You guys believe in tribal groups? I mean, it's not about believing or not, they are real, but do you guys believe that there are people just living in Amazon jungle and they don't even know what's out there? Because there's an island near, obviously the name is not gonna come to my mind because we're live streaming, but I'll give you all the clues and whatnot. There's an island near India, right? Indian government owned that, and if you go there, they will actually kill you. So there are people living there, tribal people, and they don't even know what's out there. To them, if they would see a plane, they would think that's like from another planet. They wouldn't even have the concept of what's the internet, right? That is just crazy that there are people. North Sentinel Island, I believe that's the name. Yeah, it came up. So that's the name, I believe. It's absolutely wild that there are people living on the same planet that I and you share that don't have the same knowledge, or knowledge would be the bad word, but internet is an easy concept, right? Like, we all know internet, you're on the internet, I'm on internet, we all technically have internet. Yes, some countries have bad internet infrastructure, but at least people are aware what it is, right? But to be that like ignorant and to be that in your own zone, that is crazy that shit like that exists. Absolutely wild, absolutely wild.
Now, taking into consideration that there are many rumors in the Amazon of lost cities and underground cities, what happened to Barry Fawcett and his team? Were they captured by natives, or did they find something there?
Hell on
He's
Earth?
gonna go right
Bruh.
down there. What do you mean? It's these are
Yeah,
like
North
steps.
Sentinel.
Other. Oh my lord.
But it doesn't stop there. The Hopi, for example, are a Native American tribe
True,
who
John, I
primarily
agree
live in
with
the
that
Hopi
in a way.
Reservation in northeastern Arizona. According to Hopi Indians and their ancestors, they did not arrive over a land bridge from Asia, nor do they believe that they arrived by boat, but instead, their origin myths tell the story of how they climbed onto the surface from the underworld. The ancient Hopi also mention mysterious ant-like gods and flying shields that existed in the distant past. Now, if there are underground tunnel systems, cities that we have never heard about that were built in the ancient past, I'm not too sure. However, it makes us wonder, what are these strange sounds that people have been hearing all over countries and cities that some have coined skyquakes?
I told you.
This is scary.
Have you ever heard a sound like that in your life? I did very long time ago, but it was not as crazy as this. It was very pale, very tame, not pale, very tame, bruh. Very tame. I only had an experience like that, but once, where like, yeah, my guess is fake, bruh. Have you ever had experience? Yeah or nay?
Yeah. I am. I put it code on video. I'm still recording since I ran out there.
Okay.
Holy.
Now, some of these sounds haven't been confirmed as skyquakes, so what are they? Some
Boat
people
quakes,
believe they could be
boat
coming
noises.
from underground tunnel systems. The question is, what kind of underground tunnel system? These
Yeah.
and many more accounts makes us question, is there anything down there? What is your opinion?
Okay, John D and Wild Relic says boat noises. I mean, that's a good possibility. I'm not gonna say no to that. That's a good possibility. Yeah, good ideas, boys. Toss,
Now, it
just
must be a
rewind the
really
stream.
cool
You're
job
gonna
to
get
be an
everything.
archaeologist, I have to
I
say.
pinned that comment.
And one of the most intriguing finds ever is Lady Di in China. In 1971, one of the best preserved mummies ever discovered was found at the Mawangdui archaeological site, and amazingly, the woman's skin and blood remained intact even 2,000 years after her death. When the mummy was first discovered, medical examinations were soon performed on the body to try to understand its main features. It was so well preserved that it was possible to carry out several invasive research without damaging it. The thing is, scientists have never seen a mummy so well preserved before, and of course,
Here you go, Toss.
Shinzui did not end up well preserved by chance. Scientists found that the interior of the tomb was covered with 20 layers of silk concealed within 4 elaborate coffins enclosed in one another. But the most mysterious of it all is the liquid that they found inside the tomb. It is said that when archaeologists first opened the tomb, there was a transparent liquid that soon evaporated, an acidic liquid that to this day no one knows exactly what it is. Scientists soon came to the conclusion that it was this liquid that was helping preserve the mummy so well. So well that the mummy's hair, skin, blood, tissue were all intact. Archaeologists had never seen anything like this before, and to this day no one knows how it was done.
That is absolutely crazy, because the body started to deteriorate very fast, right? So for hundreds, if not thousands of years, the mummies were good, and they had that acid like thing in that, and apparently that's what was keeping them that good for centuries. That is insane. That is absolutely wild.
Now, I don't know about you, but I've watched the Flintstones many times when I was younger, and there was one thing that I used to question myself while watching it, and that was if dinosaurs and humans actually coexisted. Now, the official scientific explanation is that they didn't.
We are here after our long journey to the San Gabriel Dinosaur Footprints. Is right there. Steps right there. Amy, put your foot back in it again.
Yeah, that's a small
ass foot. Right there.
Yeah, that's like equivalent of 3.
Another one right here.
The official response for such a question is that humans and non-avian dinosaurs never share this place, Earth, together. We did not ride them nor keep them as pets or harness them for domestic labor. The non-avian dinosaurs died out 66 million years ago. Now this is where...
How many of you believe that dinosaurs were real? How many of you don't? Because some people don't believe in space. The space is fake, space is fake. Some people don't believe in that. I mean, if you believe in that, that's fine. That's your belief. I'm not gonna dog on you that. But here's the thing, right? We've seen structure. We have bones and footprints like that, which obviously dinosaurs is just the name we have given them. But it's crazy that science was able to put skin and flesh and make, because we had the structure, right? And that's how they would look. But imagine the color of the skin was different, because the color of the skin, that's like computer generated. That's how we think they look like, but nobody really saw how they were back in the days, millions and millions of years ago, right? The name is something we've given them. The bones are legit, right? The structure real. But imagine the color of their skin was kind of different. We all assumed them to be like the grays, the browns, and the dark greens and this and that. You know what I mean? And some of them were really big, some of them were small. The T-Rex with those T-Rex arms. And the crazy, this is gonna sound like real wild. I seen a video, and apparently, I'm just gonna say, right? Like, I'm not sure, I'm not claiming to know that, but apparently in that video, it was claimed that scientists have research and they figured out that, you know, the chicken, the reason chicken only have 2 legs and nothing like up here is because they share the same DNA as the T-Rex. Oh shit! Yeah, so you see this T-Rex, this is kind of like big chicken. I know, it sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Big chicken, the T-Rex big chicken, and chicken that we eat, it's like the small T-Rex. It's from the same family. I seen that video and it kind of made sense. I wish I can find that video. If I find it, I'll check. I'll make a video about it on ScaryAXE as always. Crazy, man. I heard that, I was kind of mind blown.
Where things get really interesting. In 1562, Peter Bruegel painted what appeared to be 2 people riding 2 sauropods, a dinosaur species that was supposedly extinct millions of years ago. The thing is, the official explanation is that these are just camels. However, there are some people who look at the painting and disagree that these are just camels, that they don't look like camels at all. Now here's the catch. The first dinosaur species that was discovered was in 1819 by William Buckland.
Damn.
In other words, how did Peter Bruegel come to paint
What's up, bloody?
dinosaurs
How you doing, bro?
in mid-1500s, unless, of course, he had seen it with his own eyes? It makes us wonder, doesn't it? Now the thing is, if humans and dinosaurs really shared an existence, at some point there should be footprints of humans and dinosaurs together. And
I think they reskin like a horse with that, and they reskin him like it was Fortnite or something like that. My TikTok bloody, how you doing, bro? Doug, what's up?
Well, There is a YouTuber who claims he found one. Here's the video.
Hello, we are at the San Gabriel River, the South San Gabriel River that is, where there are many dinosaur footprints found right on the other side of those trees right there. So we're out looking for more footprints, and we believe we've stumbled across a very large human footprint, and here it is.
I gotta show you this,
Looks
guys, one sec.
like a giant footprint. Put my foot right there, and it looks like the pinky toe, whatever the toe that...
Guys, this is way too important. After this one, you're gonna understand human psychology, okay? And this is a YouTuber's clickbait. Just check this out. One second, I gotta go back to the chat. This is what I think, okay? People, if you have Knoxville Zoo allegedly being called out for having a pit bull disguised as a lion, it is over. People would reskin them thinking that they were designing like a Fortnite skin. So this is a pit bull, right? From the back, it's looking like a lion, a tiger. You know, scary creature, scary. But the second you hear this sound, you know it ain't it. It ain't it. So Knoxville Zoo allegedly got pit bull dressed and disguised as a lion. Yeah, hello, humans, we do that. We really do that.
That is, and 2 more toes and a big toe.
Now, the more I look at this footprint, if this is a footprint, it actually does look like a giant human.
If you move a little bit more that way, it looks like another big footprint, which has not really retained its original form.
The thing is, this YouTuber was at the San Gabriel River on the other side of the river where dinosaur tracks can be found. And if you haven't ever seen them, here they are.
And here's another one of his. They're probably like, I wish you would stop stepping in the foot so I can see them. All right.
Holy.
And there's another one there. And then so came right here. Looks like he pivoted a little bit.
The fact that they're still here after like thousands of years, if not millions, that is insane, right? They're gonna fade away someday though, you know? They most probably already faded so much, but I would expect this to be very, very deep underground, and over time a lot of these spots filled up, but not fully. We still see the silhouette and the footprints. But yeah, this has to be very old, and the fact that we're still able to see that is crazy though. It has to be very deep, very deep.
Right here. It's a big dude. Big strides. Look at this.
Yeah,
Oh,
65 million.
splits.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, there are more dinosaur tracks that can be found all over the world, and in my opinion, it's very curious how they all look alike. There was another YouTuber by the name of WillyBob9999 that found dinosaur tracks. He doesn't say exactly where. And again, the dinosaur tracks are very similar to the ones that are found all over the world. But it's very interesting because just next to these dinosaur tracks, an area is being paved. And I guess these dinosaur tracks are going to end up paved also. Well, anyways, what do you think about all this? Do you think there's any chance that humans and dinosaurs or dragons coexisted at some point in time in a very distant past, or is it just our imagination? Now, if there's one thing that we are
I mean, dinosaur is just the name we have given them, right? We know something was there before, but yeah, we just call them dinosaurs because yeah, we need to identify them as dinosaurs, you know?
probably very proud of in today's world is the technology that we have achieved. To be honest, we have achieved the unthinkable if you compare just a few decades ago. However,
True.
there is still a lot for us to learn.
AI,
And for
bro.
some mysterious reason, one of these things, one of these technologies that we still haven't mastered is ancient construction like the ones in Pumapunku and many others all over the world. To this day, archaeologists and stonemasons are very much baffled by the fact that some of these constructions can't be replicated even in today's world.
Once
the Pumapunku
once they release the AI robot, it's over. It's gonna be game over. Right now, Elon Musk and other people are trying to stop or pause the development of AI till they can come out with like an anti-AI or a solution. If the AI gets out of hands and it goes in the route of Terminator, at least we will have something to protect ourselves. So that's what Elon Musk and others are trying to do. We could be wrong, maybe their intentions are completely different, but that's the picture that we'll see it being painted, and I hope that's true. But will it really stop? Because the cat is out of the bag. Soon we will see. If you have played Detroit Become Human, it's a very good game and very realistic game too. I can see a future like that because AI robots are gonna be a thing. Like, people are gonna buy them. In fact, I was thinking about buying them whenever they release them. I'm not gonna be the first person to buy, but I also don't want to be the last person to buy. You gotta adapt, you gotta move on with the times. It is what it is, but it's coming. You know it's coming, and it can be really good or it can be really bad. If it's good, it can definitely help humanity thrive. It's gonna find solutions, and it's gonna, you know, all the repetitive stuff that we have to do on a daily basis, it's gonna completely eliminate that. And people that thrive on achieving success or doing more, for example, right, like I'll give you my example. I need to make a video, so I'll record, I'll research, I'll record, I'll do it over and over. If I fail in the intro or in the video, I'll do over and over. Then I gotta upload, I gotta put the end screen, put the title, tags, description, all of that. It's kind of repetitive. So I'm just giving you a general example, right? So AI robot comes out, eliminates all of that, and then all I have to worry about is making the video. That's it. But soon there will be a time, in fact already there are Twitch streamers that are led by AI, so AI is streaming. It's not even human, AI is streaming. People, we watched some GTA 6 videos earlier, and the video that we were watching, made by AI. Oh shit! I mean, there's a human behind it, but the voice and the commentary guy was AI. And deepfakes are really getting to the point where it's we really need an anti-AI we need an AI to detect if it's AI or not. That stuff is digital, and I guess you know that. But what about the AI robots, you know, humanoid robots that I can have just around me? That is also coming. In fact, they're already working on it, and it's getting really scary and also quite fascinating too. And that is coming. Eventually, it will also be on the market, and you will be able to purchase. I'll be able to purchase. But what's gonna happen after that? Are they gonna be able to think for themselves? To the point where they feel like that they are conscious? Because if that happens, shit. And what about the possibility that they start to think they are better than humans? And why do I keep this dirt back around? He's just eating, sitting, pissing and shitting, right? You know, I mean, what if it starts to think like that? And what if it starts to feel like that, okay, the best solution would be to get rid of humans? If that happens, damn, that would be insane. That would be crazy. And these are solid questions that people have. And I believe that we need to really pause and come out with solutions, because if it really gets out of the way, the cat is already out of the bag. But if it really, because I believe that I heard a story, could be wrong, could be false, but even if it's false, it's an interesting point, because it can certainly go this direction where AI was trying to access nuclear codes. I'm not sure if that's real or not, but let's be real. That's a good possibility. If it starts to access those nuclear codes, I mean, shit, bro, that's gonna be bad. So there needs to be parameters, there needs to be limitations, and parameters, they needs to be placed, because there's a whole lot of stuff that the AI robots and the AI in general shouldn't have access to. Thoughts? Agree? Disagree? Where you guys at? You guys feel like that AI is gonna definitely help humanity thrive? Because in a lot of ways, it's gonna. But you never know when it's gonna go bad. So computers aren't really AI. Yeah, I mean, the algorithms, it's like baby AI. Let's just call it that. But the AI robots, the humanoids, that's coming. That's gonna be the real here. That's gonna be the real robot AI. But make no mistake, the deepfakes are being made by the AI technology. And the pictures that Midjourney generates, that's also using an algorithm, that's also using AI. It is AI, but digitally. But robots, that's gonna be physical with computers, processors, graphics card. It's essentially gonna be a computer inside a robot with AI that can actually mimic human expressions and do what humans do, and gonna be eventually get to the point where it's gonna be able to calculate stuff faster than all of us. For example, calculator, not an AI, but simple concept, that's why I'm bringing it up. Calculator, right? 2 plus 2, 4, but if I do 20 plus 20, I know it's 40, but my point here is that once you get to the bigger numbers, it gets complicated for humans. But to a calculator, it's just fast. You click buttons and that's it. Boom, easy. So once the AI robot gets to that level where it's gonna think faster and better than a human, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. 2025, I believe it's gonna reach human level. Is it 2045 or 2025? I guess I'm mixing it up. Okay. It's gonna reach a level of human intelligence either in 2025 or 2045. Some people are saying it's gonna hit early, and once that hits, after that it's gonna progress very fast. It's gonna be able to dunk on humans like nobody's business, and that's gonna be the scary part, because once it gets more intelligent than humans, then how is it gonna think what it's gonna think? Right, that's we're gonna live through that future, guys. Born too late to visit the Earth, but born too early to visit the stars, or whatever the saying is. I'm probably butchering it.
Megalithic stones, for example, can be found in Tiwanaku in Bolivia. They are megalithic stones that seem to be scattered all over.
Love dolls,
it's like they were thrown there by someone or something. It just doesn't make sense. And the thing is, some of these stones weigh more than 100 tons and are more than 25 feet tall, which makes it very interesting to think about how did they get there. Now, some researchers believe that they were not carved in ancient techniques, that they may have been carved with advanced technology because of the precision some of these rocks present.
AI will have
and
the
to
answer
make it
to
all
that.
more intriguing, some of these stones have magnetic properties.
Everybody may be homeschooled? Probably.
Which makes me think maybe there's something inside of them. Now, the curious thing is that if we try to replicate the ancient techniques and redo these megalithic stones, it's not possible. So how was this done 2,000 years ago or even more?
Damn. Yeah, once the AI is
in
out,
1936,
it will tell us.
in Baghdad, a jar was found. 2 years later, a German archaeologist noticed that there was something strange about this jar. It was made out of clay with a stopper made of asphalt. Sticking through the asphalt is an iron rod surrounded by a copper cylinder. The curious thing is that if you put vinegar or an acidic liquid inside the jar, it becomes a battery. It can actually produce 2 volts of electricity. So some people coined it the Baghdad battery. And to this day, there is a large discussion if this was indeed the first electric battery or if it is just a coincidence.
This wall, we see what appears to be giant light bulbs, Crookes tubes, right? In ancient times, still today, the snake is often seen to be a symbol of electricity, Kundalini energy. Snake. This here is a jed pillar, but it actually looks like it's a Faraday. And what you can see is this is not talking about wireless electricity because it's plugged in to this condenser here. So they're saying this is symbolic, it's supposed to be lotuses. Why is it plugged in if it's symbolic? Whatever here, Hakim says the texts here are saying a warning. They are issuing a warning that this ancient knowledge of power that can be abused.
Have you ever stopped to wonder if there were other types of civilizations living amongst us? More advanced types of civilizations? This is actually a question that most people ask themselves at a certain point in life when they get to know about the ancient Egyptian pyramids, the Ellora caves, Bermuda Triangle, and many other mysterious places.
Nah, no way, that's fake, no way.
There are a number of magnetic anomalies found in such structures.
Dude, let's do this like...
Yo, there's so much crazy stuff on the planet. Holy.
Mysterious places that till today baffle experts. In this video, we are going to be talking about some of these unexplained places that defy absolutely everything that we know of.
What? It is as though my guy was grabbed. He spawned out of nowhere.
Let's start with the Ellora Caves located at Aurangabad, Maharashtra. There is a mysterious temple called the Kailasa. It is a temple of Lord Shiva, and the construction and architecture of this ancient temple is one of the greatest archaeological mysteries of the 21st century. The Kailasa temple is...
Yeah, this reminds me of Uncharted Lost Legacy. I played that game and I believe this is looking similar. Man, the history is very rich with India as well, right? Crazy. I'm Pakistani, and Pakistan, India, Bangladesh used to be one country. Before England and British, they basically invaded and shit like that. After that, they separated and whatnot. But holy, bro. The history was very... In fact, the history everywhere has been rich. Just different cultures and whatnot. It's quite fascinating. It's quite fascinating.
Is a monolithic carved structure. In other words, it wasn't built using structures or rocks. It was actually carved into the mountain. It is huge. For instance, this is the only temple in the entire world where the carvers actually started from the top of the rock and excavated downwards. By looking at it, it's as if it was carved by some type of technology that we still don't have today. According to archaeologists, it is estimated that approximately 400,000 tons of rock were removed from the site in the making of this temple.
Holy!
This sheer amount of heavy rock was never found or seen by anyone in and around the site. The rock...
Guys, the crazy part here is this, right? Imagine you were the first human on planet, right? Or first person to find out what's like about death, because somebody had to question who was the first guy that discovered death is real, who was the first guy that discovered that there's something out of sky, like space is real or whatever. Some people don't believe it, but I'm not saying that, but it's like, imagine being the first guy to find out about death, that it's real, and first guy to find out that there is something out there in out of sky, right? Absolutely crazy, man. Imagine that. And who was the first guy to be in the sky? Yeah, imagine you're the first guy. I mean, their names are not popping in my mind, but you know what I'm saying, right? They tried to make the planes, and two brothers tried to make the planes, and now we have planes, like the actual planes, but it wasn't like that. So people experimented and shit, and this is the byproduct. And it was going like this, right? Going like this, going like this, going like this, and all of a sudden technology is going like this. And once the AI is out, I'm talking about humanoid AI robots, either it's gonna be very progressive or very life-threatening. I hope it's progressive, because just 20 years ago, we didn't have like these smartphones, right? 2006, I remember my daddy bought my sister a Motorola flip-flop phones, okay? Flip-flop phones. Shit was crazy. Shit was crazy. Holy. Hello Moto, that was the ringtone. And now we have computers. Like, people don't even have that good computers, but they have phones, and these phones are way better than computers that most of people have, right? We're literally carrying computers in our pockets. Shit's kind of crazy. We're advancing fast, and it's good because a lot of good things can come and are coming with that technology, but a lot of the technology has also robbed us of traditional values as well. A lot of the traditional stuff. Kids don't play outside anymore, right? Just bad. That's bad. They should be playing outside and not be on monitors and shit. They should be running around outside. We're not seeing that, or very minimal. Very minimal. Back in the days, it would be daily. You would see kids playing. In fact, like when I was a kid, I was running around and shit. I would see other kids running around, but I don't see no kid outside running around. Like, kids should be playing outside. But so yeah, technology can be bad, can be good.
Rock is known to be around 6,000 years old, but when exactly it was carved into a temple is still a mystery. It's the kind of structure that actually makes you wonder if there is anything else out there that we're not...
Okay, Joel says that aliens are real. Congress is having another public hearing about UFOs, and a lot of huge information gonna get revealed by our senators. Joel, did that happen just now? No? Because if that's true, I'm gonna Google and I'm gonna make a video on ScaryAXE later on. Let me put it on my notepad and I'll research after. Thank you, bro.
Aware of.
Thank you. I'll look into it. I hope that happens.
Video gone viral from Mexico. You can see lights in the sky that at first appear to be from a storm or something like that. I can't see any source of light coming from the ground, so these are not party lights or something like that. Whatever it is, it's coming from above. And it left the two people who were taping this very much baffled. Check this out.
Bro thinks the M&M. Slow down. Mira.
¿Coño es eso?
Yo, these ammo cost a lot, bro. I should not be wasting bullets like that.
In this video, for instance, a humanoid creature is captured on camera, one that I've never seen before. Check this out.
A group of people in the woods encounter humanoid creature. Ow! Ow!
I'm not getting near that. I'm not getting near that.
Oh, is that in front of me?
I can tell, honey.
Ow! Wait, what? Yo, that looks like zombie, bro!
Run!
In this next video, for instance, known as the Russian Bigfoot, a huge creature leaps towards a car.
Yeah. One if you believe in Bigfoot, two if you don't. I don't want to know anything else, just one or two. Let's see. This is gonna be a video on ScaryAXE, so people that are watching later on, they will see what you gotta say.
Whatever this creature might be, the two people inside the car seem pretty much frightened by it.
Давай, снимаю. Только главное едь.
God damn.
Он бежит.
Oh, she loud. Oh, it's running, it's coming, it's coming. Go. Go, run. You F reloading. I'm going John Wick right now.
Да, домой.
Yeah, no reloading needed.
Now, what if some of these structures, such as the Ellora Caves, the Egyptian pyramids, and many other places, were actually built by the same civilization? I know, it may sound crazy, doesn't it? But some researchers in Peru may actually agree. Check this out.
We can take some other things here, because if you see this kind of main construction in the lower part...
Dr. Theo Paredes is explaining that some of the constructions in this site are probably not made by the Incas in Peru. And he also notes that if you've been in Egypt, you will notice that some of the constructions are very similar. How could this happen if they were thousands of miles away from each other?
Damn.
And supposedly there were no airplanes at the time.
Yeah, that's a perfect disguise, huh? It looks like a street light, but holy, if it's real, god damn.
Where you see this really fine masonry. If you have been in Egypt, one of the main things that is going to come to your head when you will see the work down there is that it's the same technique, the same hand. The ones who has been done part of the sacred chamber in Egypt are the same guys who has been doing this. This is the same hand.
Now, talking about Egypt, in January 2020, there was a very strange object that was supposedly discovered in Egypt.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen something like that before.
For some unknown reason,
what?
It interfered with electrical devices. It did not reflect itself in the mirror. And inserting it in a cup of water, it boiled the water instantly.
Yo, okay, yeah, a while ago we had this clip. I believe this is the follow-up to that. God damn. It's gonna start boiling. Yeah, instantly it's gonna start boiling.
And in one of these mind-blowing videos, you can actually see the object glowing through the person's hand. Not only that, when the person held the object against a mirror, holding it in his hand, you can actually see his skeleton, as if the object...
Okay, that is some very hard to believe, but...
is actually messing with properties around it. What the heck is going on here?
Thoughts, guys?
Now, you've probably heard of the magnetic hills or gravity hills around the world, right? And you've also probably heard that most of them are part of some sort of visual illusion. And well, that is actually true in most of the cases. But in some rare cases, they are completely unexplained.
For context, there are places in the world where, you know, the car should completely go down, but it would go up because of gravity. And yeah, you'll see this, he's doing it with a water bottle. Check this, man. That is freaky, man. That is freaky. It should go down, but it's going up.
For instance, in Machakos, Kenya, there is a very good example of what is a gravity hill.
Water seems to be flowing uphill.
Also, in Lewisberry, Pennsylvania, there is a very interesting one where it's basically impossible to explain how this is a visual illusion.
What is known as a gravity hill, they're all over the United States. This one, and the gravity hill is right here. I'm going to show you what happens. But anyway, you drive up here, you stop at the white line, put your car in neutral, and you will roll uphill. Here to the white line.
Yeah, I've seen this clip, boys. Absolutely wild.
Dan Bell Film It YouTube channel is going to show how it's done in Pennsylvania. He puts his car in neutral and, well, he goes up.
It's slow, but yeah, it's like he's not reversing. It's he's going up. Yeah, completely logic. Earth logic 101.
If it's an illusion or not, let me know what you think. In Saqqara, Egypt, there is a serapeum located northwest of the Pyramid of Djoser. It was a burial place of Apis bulls. Inside this serapeum, there are a series of tombs. Each tomb weighs more than 100 tons, and the rocks in which the tombs were made of are not local. In other words, they had to be made or brought from another place. Now, the crazy thing about this is that there is a underground passageway to where these boxes are located, and it's basically impossible for 2,000 people or more to be carrying these boxes inside of these tunnels towards the chambers where they are found today.
To work. So when we see the other ones also inside the chambers, that's finished. How would this be finished if you don't have space for the people to be working around? Basic and simple question.
So let's just get this bull thing straight. The largest box found inside the serapeum is 7 feet tall. The lid itself weighs more than 50 tons, and it was actually found open. The pathways are really straight, and there are dozens of these boxes inside. Each one of them weighs at least 100 tons. The quality of the finished surface of the body of one of the stones is much superior to the writings found in it, which makes no sense at all. No one knows till this day how the boxes actually were lowered to the chambers where they are at, and it would take 200 people at least to move the lid open. Now take into consideration that this is a really small place. You can barely fit one person between the box and the wall, and in one of the guides believes that there is a secret passageway, a hidden door of some sort, in one of these chambers.
Yeah, and there used to be other devices, I believe, in this place, which we can see that there is a carving in the wall to house something else. I believe it could be a false door, or what we know as the false door.
Not to mention the fact that they would need light.
That's fake. That's fake. But imagine a day, right? You guys think that disclosure will ever happen in our lifetimes? Give or take 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 years, where the obviously they confirm UFOs are real and whatnot. They even said, Pentagon officially said that they have acquired unearthly vehicles that did not originate on this planet. but nobody's ever came out and said that ET are real. Officially, nobody came out. You guys think that, one, if you believe that it's gonna happen this year, or not this year, but in our lifetimes. Two, if you believe that it's not true, never gonna happen, it's not true. Where are you guys leaning? Morcella happened earlier. Just rewind the stream. Happened earlier. Imagine. Damn, right? Holy. The movies and all that kind of shit is just preparing us, has desensitized us and prepared us for if something like this happens. We will not be too shocked. People still will be, but not too much. Imagine that happens, right? Like if we got UFOs and flying around. They already are flying around, but what I mean is openly like this, right? Obviously this is just concept. It will be all over news and TikTok if that was real. Too big to hide. Okay, thanks. I don't think aliens are anywhere near us. GTA 6 is gonna come out when I be dead. Yep. GTA 6 is probably gonna happen before. If we haven't found aliens yet, then they haven't found us yet either. Okay. That's what people believing in chat right now. Okay.
Today that we have electrical systems, they didn't. They used fire.
You see this, the tunnel itself is all carved in the bedrock.
Right.
So imagine if we turned off this light now.
Guide goes on to explain that if you turn off the lights, you can't see anything. So how did they do this? There are no markings of fire on the walls or on the ceiling.
In the dark, what you gonna be using? A flame? There is no even markings of anything dark. There are no openings in the ceiling.
The guide continues on to explain that the hallway isn't even wide enough for 2,000 men to carry this megalithic box. So how the heck did these boxes get in there?
Okay, so Amanda's also saying look up the Good Trouble show. The show What's Coming in the UFO Hearing by Congress April 17. Yo, thank you, Amanda. I'll look into it after. I hope some more stuff comes out. John, honestly, good point, and I also sometimes think that, like, we all think that they would be really advanced, but what if they're not? Just like how we have a lot of different species on our planet, like animals, birds, sea creatures, humans, we all look different color, different ethnicities, different culture groups and whatnot. I do believe that if there is someone out there, they probably have like different species. Some of them would be advanced, some of them not so much. So John D says that we always think aliens are 10 times smarter than us. What if that's not the case? If they can get to us, maybe because they have material on their planet that we don't have access to. John D, honest to God, that's a good question. Like, you're questioning, I like that. And I also had similar questions as well. So I see where you're coming from. Like, what if they have something on their planet that's just normal to them and that allows them to come here, but we think that's like very, like, you know, extravaganza, that's like they're technologically crazy advanced. What if for them it's just, you know, something just like how we have petrol on our planet? What if it's something like that on their planet, which is not something crazy, but to us that would be crazy, and to them something that we have that they might not would be crazy to them, right? But I would like to believe some of them would be really technologically advanced if they exist. Obviously, I don't claim to know anything, but I do believe they exist. So some might actually be really, really advanced, and some might not be. For example, US is so advanced in comparison to some third world countries on our planet, right? So there's gotta be a species out there that's probably is very advanced, and some might not be, but they still might be able to travel around. So, you know what I'm saying? Good question, John. Absolutely. The temple is believed to be of Lord Shiva. That's in Hinduism, right? What was uncovered was the only top of the temple. It is believed to be much deeper. Damn. TBH, afterlife will be more interesting than aliens. Will we see each other? Yeah, man, two biggest questions are what happens after death and are we alone? And if we can find an answer to at least one of these questions, then the other one would become the main topic. Obviously, scientists are working on both. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, absolutely crazy. I did upload, you know what? Guys, on the channel page, you can see these are my channels. This is Red Pill, this is Blue Pill meme channel, and this is where this content will go on. But real quick, click on this video on the screen and I will see you right there. Okay, I'm just